Well, everybody, welcome back to Tractors and Tillers Galore. But the Ford YT16 is out right now. If you guys are wondering why, it's because it is in fact running. And it's been a long, hard road to get it to this point. It's not running perfect. It's got some carburetor issues right now. It's revving quite a bit, and that is a new carb, but it turned out a new coil we had was causing it not to spark, so maybe a new carb was also shot. So I ordered another one of those. I'm probably going to try to rebuild this one first, but the one I ordered has spare gaskets in it, so I'm going to try to take this one apart and clean it first. If that doesn't work, then I'll just stick a new one on and get it adjusted properly and everything, and it should be fine. But other than that, it is running, and I'm going to go ahead and take you guys off the tripod real quick to show you guys a little bit of what I did here to this thing. So quite a bit. We got it all back together now. Voltage regulator, the new starter. Finally got the solenoid properly hooked up. Battery in there. Rewired the lights. One of the biggest issues we had was not getting the key switch to work. Turns out it was the wrong key switch. It may have had the same number of poles on it, but they weren't hooked up right. So what I had to do here was, they weren't in the right position for the key switch plug. So what I had to do was make these little adapter wires and cross them over so they can go into the right positions. They're all crossed over now to where they all line up where they're supposed to go on that key switch. Fuel shut off on there now. I installed that just for the heck of it. Oil was changed a couple times yesterday. I just put fresh oil in a little while ago. And one of the other problems we had was, of course, the coil. Now you guys can't see the coil, but there's the spark plug wires that lead to the coil. Coil would be back in there, right down underneath there. Now, the one we had on there was brand new, but somehow shot. I don't know how. I did several tests on it, and every test pretty much proved that it was a shot coil. So I had to rob a coil off of my black MTD, my MTD 800 series yard machine. Temporarily. I mean, it's only going to be out without a coil temporarily, because I have ordered a new one for that, but since this one's working on here all right, I just decided to leave it. I already ordered a new carb for that, as I mentioned earlier, so it's not perfect, but you know, it has to run on a bit of a choke, but it is running, and I'm going to go ahead and test it here. And when I'm done just doing a little test drive for you guys here so you guys can see. Actually, I already test drove this lot yesterday, but you know, I didn't record any of it because it was becoming such a headache, and I just need to put all my focus into getting it going before I had to worry about recording. After I've done just a little bit around the driveway here, just so you guys how it works, maybe go in reverse, do etc., etc. I have a wagon here I'm going to hitch up to the back, and we're going to test it under its first load. I think what we'll do, we got these chicken feed bags here. They weigh 50 pounds each. I don't know if I'm going to try to carry all three of them right away. We'll probably start with just one 50-pound bag. Head down, drop it off at the barn, and I'm just going to feed it to the chickens off camera because I don't have a lot of space, and we're just focusing on the tractor right now. I could do more chicken updates on my main channel later, and then we'll come back up, pick up two more. So first we'll test it on a 50-pound load, and then we'll get two more, and then that's a 100-pound load in the wagon. It looks like it might be getting ready to rain. I said there might be pop-ups too, so I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up and show you guys how it works. Of course, the stuff hanging down underneath is mower deck related. We don't have the deck on right now, but we will eventually. Also, the electric PTO is working on there, so we're pretty much ready. If we can find some spindles and blades for the deck and a belt, we're pretty much ready to mow with this once we get it all tuned up and make sure it's all good to go. So I'm going to check the oil again real quick before we go here. Watch my pants anyways. Always make sure you screw it on when you're checking the oil. Don't just dip it in. Let me see. I'm going to add a little bit just because, but I'm just going to add just a little bit here. Let me go grab my oil. SAE 30 Briggs & Stratton oil. That's what I use. Works really well. It is on a slight hill, so a lot of the oils move to the front of the engine, so I'm just going to give it a little extra splash here because it probably doesn't need much. I just want to make sure it's topped off. I'll go ahead and check again here. Because again, I'm washing my pants anyways, so. That's a little more like it. Alright, we are just about ready to roll here. Set this oil down. And let's go ahead and just run it around a bit, and then we'll haul some chicken feed bags. Brakes. Bumped into the wagon there. I was hoping it didn't knock the tripod over. So anyways, we'll get the wagon hooked up and we'll do our first, I don't know, maybe I should just call 150 pounds. You know, that'd be more of a tough test on it, but I don't know, we'll see. Well, I decided that 50 pounds was not really a very good first test. I mean, it's just like pulling a small child around on a sled or something, you know, at that point. 150 pounds, though, that's a little bit more of a test, so we could, you know, a little bit more to see if this thing can really pull. I mean, I could easily carry that myself, but, you know, it's more of a load, you know, it's more of a proper test, I think. So, let's get this off the tripod, and let's put my tripod somewhere where it's not visible from the road, and, we'll go ahead and take a little ride down to the barn to drop this stuff off. Give this a little walk around here. We'll be fully restoring, you know, repainting this thing. We're just gonna take this wagon down, drop the wagon off, and then get back up here, I think. And I'll just unload the bags later tonight because I've got something heating up on the stove right now, and I want to get back in there for that. So we're just gonna hop on, start it up, take this down, drop it off, see how it goes. All right, so I just decided we're gonna go ahead and put all 150 pounds in there, just because I feel like this is way more of an accurate test, you know, because 50 pounds is not that much weight. You know, I could carry that down myself. We need a little bit more of a load to carry behind this. So 150 pounds in this wagon with a tire that's going flat. I think that'll be a little bit more of a challenge for this thing. So let's go ahead and hop on and take a ride down to the barn and unload this stuff. So here we go. run smooth, so definitely needs cardboard. We're off. Don't always want to work. I'm not sure why. Go ahead and get it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still working out some kinks, like I mentioned earlier. But this one hits this now, and I'm gonna go park this thing because there's more stuff I want to do on it. Chicken related stuff I'm going to post mostly in Ohio Railroad production. There they are. They're molting a bit, so that's why their feathers look a little patchy. Anyways, go ahead and park this thing. Yeah, it needs work still. But we got it running and starting. Safety switches do work. Like, I'll stand up here. Hang on. You kind of hear it shutting off there. Yeah, this is closer than we've ever gotten. We're back in the garage. You guys are wondering what that sound is. Baby chicks. I have not been keeping up on updates on these guys. I've recorded update videos, just haven't uploaded them yet. Those are the, hang on, we'll wait for this. I think it was the fire chief. Ooh. Okay, anyways. These are the, Ancanas and the Buff Minorcas here. And then up there are the new, Americanas that I got recently. Yeah, these guys are pretty skittish. They didn't like that I just came roaring in here with the tractor either. They were not liking that, so we gotta let them just kind of decompress after that. But there it is, Ford YT16, starting and running now under its own power, generating its own electricity. But the wiring of my lights is a little off because they don't always want to work. But they were working last night, I can assure you. This place is a mess. I've been doing a little work with the 18.5 horsepower Briggs opposed twin engine, but not much. And other than that, doing some work on the little red MTD. I got this a little over a year ago for 200 bucks. It's a heck of a tractor, but it does tend to eat oil a little quick. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to try to figure that out, which actually could be carburetor related. And this one needs some carburetor work too, of course. But other than that, we got the Ford running, and we got it running all right, you know, better than it was. It's a long way from being complete, but we're getting there. And catching up on plenty of other projects, which is part of the reason I haven't been uploading as much. But anyways, guys, we'd like to thank you for watching, wouldn't we, guys? Yeah. Skittish, friendly. The difference between white egg layers and blue or brown egg layers are like that, in my opinion. But, yeah, I'd like to thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you wish. Feel free to check out my main channel, Ohio Railroad Productions. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Ford YT16, running better than it was, but still needs some kinks worked out. Other than that, pretty excited. We'll have this thing fully restored before too long.